Would you like to know the main responsibilities of a security architect? If so, this video is for you. Hi, my name is Mike Gibbs. I've held every architecture role, including a security architect, for over 25 years. And in today's video, we're going to discuss the primary responsibilities of the security architect. We're going to talk about what we actually do in our job. Now, there are a lot of people out there that confuse security engineering and security architecture. They're very different in their roles. Security engineering is about building things and doing things, and security architecture is about planning. So let's talk about the types of things we actually do as architects and the main responsibilities of our job. So I'd say the primary responsibility of the architect is to align the security architectures that we actually create to the organization's business strategy, so we help that organization do what they do and we don't keep them from doing what they need to with obtrusive security. We help that organization manage risk in conjunction with what their risk tolerance or risk appetite is. And we help the organization make sure that they meet regulatory requirements. So I'd say that's the first thing that we actually do. It's all about the security strategy to protect that organization from harm. Now, what goes into that? Well, a lot's going to go into that. For example, we'll be defining the organization's security principles. We'll be designing various reference architectures. What do you do, for example, in your demilitarized zone? How does the HR system integrate with the IAM system, for example, when we hire a new employee? We'll be coming up with security policies, security guidelines, security standards, and guardrails to kind of protect that organization and keep things straight. So we'll be doing a lot of that. Now, in order to make sure the organizations are secure and that new applications are secure and that we don't create new weaknesses into the system, we will be doing a lot of security architecture reviews. So anytime there's a new product, there's a new service, there's a new platform, we are going to be evaluating that platform and the impact of that platform on our organization's security policy and figure out what we need to do to take that new platform and make it secure. Now, a lot of what we do, I like to call risk assessment and risk management. So that means we have to quantify risk, whether it be the risk of doing nothing or the risk the risk that our organization have, and then figuring out what our options are to mitigate that risk. So maybe we transfer the risk to an insurance company. Maybe we put up a technical control like a firewall or a preventative control, or we limit multiple controls to try to reduce that organization's risk. So we have to kind of quantify the risk, consider all the trade-offs of the various options to help reduce that organization from risk. And that's something we'll be doing a lot of. Now, a lot of what we deal with is this big picture end-to-end security, which is why we may actually need some people on our team in a security architect role, because we could be providing security, and most realistically are, across an organization, say 2 data centers and 3 cloud providers, and even software as a service environment. So that means that we're going to need a lot of heavy-duty design across providers and a lot of coordination, which means lots of discussions, lots of meeting, and lots of analysis. Now, a lot of what we're now dealing with is creating the identity strategy for the organization. And whether we be using cloud access security brokers or zero trust network architectures or context-aware IAM or privileged account management, things that are going in there versus customer identity and access management and user lifecycle. Big part of our role in security architecture is really looking at the organization's identity and access management strategy, especially as we migrate to cloud computing and we have software perimeters and a lot of the weaknesses that don't exist in a data center. We have to secure it some way, and in the cloud, identity often becomes one of our stronger forms of security. No, we're involved in a lot in data security, so a lot of our work will be protecting that organization's data. So whether we're coming up with a data classification strategy or a data privacy strategy like a tokenization or an obfuscation or an anonymization or a pseudo-anonymization, that kind of thing, or whether we're determining the organization's encryption for their data, whether that data is in flight or whether that data is stored, Whether we're figuring out how to manage encryption keys by using, say, hardware security modules or key management systems that are out there and determining what we're doing for data loss prevention is going to be a huge element of what we do in our roles as a security architect. Now, we're not going to be coding things, we're not going to be building things, but we may guide application developers on, say, API security, secure design patterns, secrets management, what we have to do, secure development life cycles. We may be doing a little of that. Now, we will probably specify some type of logging strategy, some way to correlate the logs, typically with some SIEM and source systems, to make sure we've got good observability. We're typically architecting some kind of backup and restore process in order to make sure we typically are working around ransomware threats, typically with like some form of immutable storage as well as some other defenses. And we're going to also be architecting business continuity and disaster recovery planning. Now, if we work in highly regulated industries, we may map designs to industry frameworks, whether it be like a NIST framework or an ISO framework or a SOC framework or a HIPAA framework. We'll be doing some of that in our role as an architect. And we'll be doing a lot of evaluation and selecting of technologies. We may lead a proof of concept or something like that, but we'll be definitely there. We'll be creating all kinds of blueprints and patterns and decision records for anything that goes into an organization's policy. And of course, we're going to have to present that to the board, sell that to the board, and of course, convince the decision makers to do things. So what you can see, we're doing a lot of things in our job that are leading things. They're designing things, whether it be anything from creation of incident response to procedures to creation of a strategy to protect the organization from harm. That's where we spend our time. So we'll be having a lot of conversation with stakeholders, a lot of conversations with leaders. We'll be involved in a lot of meetings, leading meetings, facilitating meetings, leading large architecture teams, collating lots of documents. And it's all going to go into what we're trying to describe here. The goals are to protect the organization from harm. So now you know the main roles and responsibilities of the security architect and what we actually do in their job. And if you have a goal of becoming a security architect, a cloud architect, an enterprise architect, or an AI architect, we have a completely free weekly webinar where we'll go over these roles. We will talk about the exact skills you need to be hired, how to stand out, how to get your first architect job, and these webinars are free. You can sign up for any of these free webinars. There's a link to these webinars in the description of this video. And you can sign up. We'll be on the webinar. You can ask me questions. I'll answer your questions. It'll be live and free on Zoom. So sign up for the free How to Become an Architect webinar. And while you're in the description of this video, check out so many of the free guides we have. Free guides on, say, how to become an enterprise architect or an artificial intelligence architect. Free guides on how to win the interview. It's all free, so check them out. Sign up. They'll be emailed to you to help build your architect career. And if you've enjoyed this video on the security architect responsibilities, please give it a like, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell to be notified of new videos to assist you in your security architect career. This is Mike Gibbs signing off for now, and I hope to see you in a free webinar or a new video very soon. Take care, everyone.